recent release of the Katseye documentary on Netflix has sparked intense controversy and confusion within the fandom. Instead of providing a celebratory look at the group's formation, the documentary delves deeply into internal conflicts, particularly focusing on member Manon, who is portrayed as having strained relationships with her fellow members due to her perceived lack of commitment during their trainee days. This portrayal has ignited a fierce debate within the fanbase, splitting fans into those who sympathize with Manon and those who side with the members who criticized her. The divide has created a fractured fandom, raising concerns about the group's long-term cohesion and success. Fans are particularly perplexed by the timing of the documentary's release. Typically, such content that reveals behind-the-scenes drama is aired during or immediately after a survival show, giving fans time to process and move past conflicts before the group's official debut. In the case of Katseye, however, the decision to release this content post-debut has served to reopen old wounds rather than allowing the group to present a united front. Instead of focusing on the group's music and achievements, the documentary places the narrative squarely on the drama that unfolded behind the scenes. This has left many fans questioning whether the move was a calculated effort to generate buzz or a strategic misstep that could have lasting negative effects on the group's image and cohesion. The confusion is further compounded by the documentary's mixed messaging. On one hand, it attempts to showcase the members' growth and the challenges they overcame, but on the other, it heavily emphasizes the conflicts, particularly those involving Manon. This has led to widespread speculation about the true purpose of the documentary. Some fans appreciate the candid portrayal of the group's journey, while others feel that it was unnecessary to air such private conflicts publicly, especially so early in their career. This confusion has sparked numerous debates across social media platforms, with many fans questioning the direction the group is being taken and what this means for their future. Despite the controversy, the documentary has had a noticeable impact on Katseye's streaming numbers. Since its release, there has been a significant uptick in streams across various platforms. Their song Touch, which had already gained attention due to a viral TikTok dance challenge, experienced an even bigger surge in streams, breaking previous records for the group. This spike wasn't limited to Touch. Tracks from their debut single and their newly released mini-album, Soft is Strong, Sis, also saw an increase in popularity. This suggests that while the documentary may have stirred up controversy, it has also successfully drawn more listeners to the group's music. The timing of the documentary, which coincided with the release of their mini-album, appears to have been a strategic move designed to maximize exposure and capitalize on the heightened interest generated by the series. However, the success in streaming numbers doesn't fully offset the concerns raised by fans. The documentary's focus on internal conflicts has led to a rise in solo stans, with fans choosing to support individual members rather than the group as a whole. This is particularly evident with Manon, who, despite being criticized in the documentary, has garnered a dedicated following of fans who feel she was unfairly targeted. This kind of division within the fandom can be detrimental to a group, as it often leads to infighting and a weakened collective fanbase. The documentary's portrayal of the group's struggles has inadvertently fueled this division, raising concerns about the long-term stability of the group and their ability to maintain a cohesive fanbase. The confusion extends beyond just the fans. Even industry insiders are baffled by the strategy behind the documentary. Typically, content that delves into the behind-the-scenes drama of a group is released either during or shortly after a survival show, allowing fans to process and move past any conflicts before the group's debut. In Katseye's case, the decision to air these conflicts after the group's debut has created a lingering sense of unease. Instead of focusing on the group's music and performances, the narrative has shifted to the drama behind the scenes, which could distract from their artistic output. This shift in focus has led some to question whether this was a strategic decision to keep the group in the spotlight or a potential misstep that could have lasting repercussions for their image and cohesion. Adding to the complexity of the situation is the cultural clash between Western and K-pop fan dynamics. Katseye, being positioned as a global group with members from different countries, is navigating a space where expectations from Western fans and K-pop fans often differ. In the West, the all PR is good PR mentality might work to some extent, but in the K-pop world, where fans are deeply invested in the perceived harmony and unity of their idols, such controversies can have long-lasting negative effects. Fans who were once excited about the group are now voicing their concerns that this documentary could do more harm than good, especially if the narrative of internal discord continues to overshadow the group's music and performances. The confusion among fans is palpable as they grapple with the mixed signals being sent by the group's management and the content of the documentary. The documentary also puts a spotlight on the pressures faced by the members during their trainee days. For instance, Manon's work ethic was a recurring theme, with the other members expressing frustration over her absences during practice sessions. While Manon later contracted COVID, which justified some of her absences, the early perception of her being unreliable had already set in. This portrayal has left fans with mixed feelings. Some empathize with the other members' frustrations, while others feel that Manon was unfairly targeted. The series did attempt to show her growth and eventual acceptance within the group, but the damage from the earlier episodes has left a lasting impression on the audience. The confusion doesn't end there. Fans are also questioning the motivations behind highlighting certain conflicts over others. The documentary heavily focuses on the tensions surrounding Manon, but it glosses over other potential conflicts that might have arisen during the group's formation. This selective storytelling has led to speculation that the documentary was edited to create a particular narrative, one that emphasizes drama and conflict over the more positive aspects of the group's journey. This has only added to the confusion, as fans are left wondering what the documentary's true intentions were. Was it meant to be a realistic portrayal of the group's formation, or was it designed to create controversy and keep the group in the public eye? The group's management has remained relatively silent throughout the fallout from the documentary, offering little in the way of explanation or clarification. This has only fueled the speculation and debate among fans, who are desperate for some reassurance that the group's future is not in jeopardy. The lack of communication from management has left fans feeling frustrated and disconnected, further deepening the divide within the fandom. As fans continue to grapple with the implications of the documentary, the group's management will need to address these concerns if they hope to maintain the group's momentum and build a loyal and unified fanbase. Despite the confusion and controversy, the documentary has undeniably succeeded in drawing more attention to Katseye. The increase in streaming numbers is a clear indication that the documentary has had a positive impact on the group's visibility, attracting new listeners and reigniting interest among existing fans. However, this success in streaming numbers comes with a caveat. The documentary's portrayal of internal conflicts has created a narrative that could overshadow the group's music and performances, leading to a situation where the group is more known for their drama than their talent. This is a risky position to be in, especially for a newly debuted group that is still trying to establish their identity and build a lasting legacy. The long-term impact of the documentary remains to be seen. While the immediate boost in streaming numbers is a positive outcome, the potential for lasting damage to the group's image and cohesion cannot be ignored. Fans are already expressing concerns that the division within the fandom could lead to a decline in support for the group, especially if the internal conflicts continue to dominate the narrative. The rise of solo stans, driven by the documentary's focus on individual members rather than the group as a whole, is another worrying trend that could weaken the group's fanbase over time. If these divisions are not addressed and resolved, they could spell trouble for the group's future. In conclusion, the release of the Katseye documentary has proven to be a double-edged sword. On one hand, it has successfully boosted the group's streaming numbers and brought more attention to their music. On the other hand, it has exposed internal conflicts that have divided the fandom and raised questions about the group's cohesion and future. The confusion among fans is palpable as they try to reconcile the group's image with the drama portrayed in the documentary. As Katseye moves forward, it will be crucial for them to address these issues and work to rebuild the trust and unity within their fanbase. Only time will tell if they can rise above the controversy and solidify their place in the global music scene, or if the seeds of division sown by the documentary will lead to deeper issues down the road.